guru, oi, 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 guru,
Why, guru, why, guru, why, guru, why, guru, why, guru, why, guru, why, guru, why, guru, why, guru, why, guru, why, guru, why, guru,
oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru, oi, guru,
I did it. 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 I did it.
oi, guru, 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 oi, guru,
I did it. 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 I did it.
oi, guru, 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 oi, guru. Oi, guru, 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 oi, ơi ghê 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 घिरे वाय 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 gre va 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 gre
gre va 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 gre Guru, Vah, 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 Guru. Saji Saji Antargat ho ji. Start taking the chanting of the Guru Mantra internal so that you're only chanting with your mind. As you breathe in, say Vahe with your mind. As you breathe out, say Guru with your mind. And those Gurumukhs that can hear celestial sound, you can focus in on those sounds directly. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸਵਾਸ ਅੰਦਰ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਵਾਹੇ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਸੁਰਤੀ ਦੁਆਰਾ, ਗੁਰੂ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਸੁਰਤੀ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਵਾਸ ਬਾਹਰ ਨੂੰ ਵਾਪਸ ਜਾਏ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਨਾਲ ਅਨਹਦ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿੱਧਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਲਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। ਇਹਦਾ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ 10 ਮਿੰਟ ਅੰਤਰਗਤ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਕਰਨਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਸੋ ਐਡਮਿੰਟਨ ਵਿਖੇ 7 ਵੱਜ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਤ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨਾ। ਵਾਹਿ ਨੂੰ ਮਧਮਾ ਬਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਚਾਰਨ ਕਰਨਾ, ਗੁਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਵੈਖਰੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਸੋ we are about to start Sat Simran. Wahe is to be said in Madhma Bani as if you're whispering, and Guru out loud as we were chanting earlier. Saying Guru exhale once and we will start. Guru ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਪੌਣ ਬਾਹਰ ਕੱਢ ਲਓ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ। Guru 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 Guru
gere, 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 gere,
gre, 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 gre,
gere, 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 gere,
gre, 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 gre,
gere, 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 gre, 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 gre.
सहजे सहजे अंतर्गत हो जाइए. Start taking the chanting of the Guru Mantra internal. सिर्फ तकरीबन 8 मिनट रह गए अभ्यास करना. ਹੁਣ अंतर्गत ही अभ्यास करना है. जो श्वास अंदर ਜਾਂਦਾ ਵਾਹਿ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਸੁਰਤੀ ਦੁਆਰਾ, ਗੁਰੂ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਸੁਰਤੀ ਦੁਆਰਾ. ਜਦੋਂ ਸਵਾਸ ਬਾਹਰ ਨੂੰ ਵਾਪਸ ਜਾਏ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਨੂੰ ਅਨਹਦ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿੱਧਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਲਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ. ਨਾਲ ਨਾਲ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਦੀ ਖੋਜ ਕਰਨੀ. ਸੋ ਜੇਕਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਮੰਤਰ ਦਾ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਿਓ ਕਿ ਨਾਭ ਘਾਟ ਤੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪੌਣ ਪਹੁੰਚਦੀ ਆ ਉਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਭ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੁਰਤੀ ਦਾ ਫਿਰ ਟਿਕਾਓ ਕਰਕੇ ਅੰਤਰਗਤ ਸੁਣਨਾ ਹੈ. ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਫਿਰ ਪੌਣ ਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਣਾ. ਪੌਣ ਦਾ ਪਿੱਛਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਕਰਨਾ. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਨਹਦ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰੋ ਕਿ ਅਨਹਦ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਜੋ ਇੱਕ ਰਸ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਹਿਜ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ, ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਸੁਰਤੀ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਪਕੜਨਾ. So just to explain in English, as you breathe in, say Vahe with your mind. As you breathe out, say Guru with your mind. As you're doing that, try to follow along, try to follow the air to that point at the navel where the air reaches. Once you find that point at the navel, then sit there with your surati, with your mind listening inside, and forget about following the air anymore. Those Gurumukhs that can already hear celestial sound, you can focus in on those sounds directly, but try to pick up the Sahaj Tun, that sound that does not break in between and plays continuously. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਗੁਰੂ ਰੂਪ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਸੋ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਸਤ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੀ ਘੜੀ ਬਖਸ਼ੀ we have the opportunity to do satsangat today, and we were just doing Saskar Simran. So first of all, there's an announcement that due to the extreme cold in Alberta and very low temperatures because of that, we're going to not have any live sangat or in-person sangat tomorrow on Sunday. Instead, the program will be online. So just to explain in Punjabi, क्योंकि अल्बर्टा विखे ठंड काफ़ी है ते कोल्ड वैदर वार्निंग इशू हो चुकी है ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੱਲ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੈ ਐਤਵਾਰ ਦਾ ਜੋ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਹੁੰਦਾ 4 ਵਜੇ ਤੋਂ 6 ਵਜੇ ਤਾਈਂ ਉਹ ਇਨ ਪਰਸਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ ਉਹ ਸਿਰਫ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਉਂਝ ਵੀ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਹੀ ਚੱਲੇਗਾ ਸੋ ਇਹ ਨੋਟ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਜੀ ਸੋ with Maharaj's Kirpa we were just doing Saskar Simran, Sa Simran and focusing inside, either attaching our surti to Naam inside, listening to Anahad Shabd inside, or just doing Antargata Abhyas with the Guru Mantra, eventually sitting at the navel point. Doing Abhyas of the Guru Mantra is important so that our mind learns how to go thoughtless, learns how to enter its true home, learns how to rise above this body. There are people in this world that, because of either their previous kamai, their bhakti, their devotional worship from their previous lives, or for any other reason, by the grace of the Lord, they can actually hear celestial sound naturally. And they don't know what that sound is. However, if one does not practice abhyas of the Guru Mantra, meditating on the Guru Mantra, then those people that naturally hear celestial sound, they won't be able to progress further. So what would happen is that there are some people, they hear celestial sound inside and they get disturbed by it. They don't know what it is and they find it hard to sleep. Some, if they keep listening to it and they don't have enough Guru Mantra Abhyas, practice of the Guru Mantra, then they can actually hurt themselves mentally. It creates pressure on the brain. So if one is to progress upon this path safely, they have to practice the Guru Mantra and get to that point where you're doing Rom Rom Simran as well, with each hair on the body, basically, wherever you feel vibration inside of the Guru Mantra, that's a point of where we start doing Rom Rom Simran. And a Jigyasu, one that is thirsty for the blessed vision of the Lord, once they do the Guru Mantra up to that point where they're either focusing on their pulse or their heartbeat, that Guru Mantra spreads to their entire body. Wherever they focus inside their body, they start to hear the Guru Mantra. And that's called a Rom Rom Simran, doing Simran with every strand of hair on your body. And there's different stages of spirituality where some people, as they do that abhyas, that practice of the Guru Mantra, their hair on their body will stand up straight. For instance, if you've ever had that experience where you're listening to Kirtan and you get that tingling feeling all over your body when you're listening with deep love to Kirtan, and the same thing happens sometimes when people are scared, the hair on the arm stands up. And when you're doing Guru Mantra Abhyas and you take it to that point where you're doing Om Ram Simran, the same thing happens with the hair on the arms on this body. So the thing is that shows that one has progressed doing Guru Mantra Simran. So they're at that point where their entire body is in tune with that Guru Mantra. And once a person gets to that point, if they listen to Anahad Shabda after that, their focus of their mind is so fine that they can progress further by listening to the Anahad Shabda. Those who have not done that much Guru Mantra Abhyas and they try to listen to the Anahad Shabda, what will happen is that they would either put pressure on their damag, on their brain, or they'd remain at a certain point just listening to their shabd and wouldn't be able to enter the home of the Lord. So it's important that the Guru Mantra Abhyas be done. There are some people in this world, though, that can go straight into the stage of dhyan because of the kamai, the effort that they put in their past lives. And they're very rare, but they do not have to do as much Guru Mantra Abhyas as others. And in fact, they go straight into dhyan, and all their Bajra Kapat, the doors on the spiritual realm, open up. Maharaj says in Gurbani that Paras Paras Gur Petiya Purab Likht Lalat. So Guru Sahib says, Param Paras Gur Petiya Purab Likht Lalat Unman Man Man Hi Mile Chotkat Bajr Kapat Unman Man Man Hi Mile. So their consciousness goes into Unman, the universal consciousness, and their entire Bajra Kapat, which refers to the doors on this path, which aren't like actual doors that we see outside, but they're known as the entrance to the Lord's home. Those Bajra Kapat all open up. And that's for those who are the ones that have put so much effort in their past lives. They're able to go straight into dhyan, the avastha. They're able to sit in dhyan. Everyone else, the majority of people, will have to focus on the Guru Mantra first and then get to that level where they can open the Bajra Kapat. So it's important on this path to go step by step. But then on the opposite end of that, there's some people that do so much Guru Mantra Abhyas that they'll just put their dhyan inside, they'll keep listening to the Guru Mantra, they're able to do Om Ram Simran and everything, but they hear Anahad Shabd, but they don't know to focus in on the Anahad Shabd. They don't take that. Sometimes they don't have that faith in the Anahad Shabd, that they just don't want to try, or no one's actually taught them how to do Simran, so they don't take that leap of faith of listening to the Anahad Shabd, even if they hear those sounds. So on this path, having guidance, working step by step, safely with meditation, that helps the one that craves to be one with the Lord. That helps that person, that mind, reach their destination of becoming one with the Lord. So it's important to work along this path step by step. For the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about time. And last week, we talked about the Titiya, how there's 15 Titiya, which is the days of the lunar cycle, all the way from the new moon to the full moon. And within those 15 Titiya, Maharaj teaches us in Gurabani how our mind can achieve union with the Lord. Then Maharaj teaches us how that same union can be achieved just within 7 days. Now, this starts right off from Dhyan. And Dhyan is basically focus. When we're focusing without using our Gyan Indra Karamindra, we're just focusing with our mind. That's called Dhyan, whether we're listening to a celestial sound. And we're using a bit of Dhyan when we're listening to the Guru Mantra as well. But this is Dhyan, the Avastha. So it starts right from the Anahad Shabd. Maharaj says in Gurbani, Bar bar harke gun gavo, Gurugam ped so harka pavo. Rahao. That over and over again, sing the praises of the Lord. Through the Guru, you get to learn the ped, the mystery, the secret of the Lord. Ped means secret or mystery. Gurugam ped soharka pavo. That secret of the Lord, that mystery of the Lord, is learnt through the Guru. Rahao. And how does that happen? How does that mystery get solved? How does that secret come about to be revealed? Maharaj says, Adat kare pagat arambh. Adat means Sunday. So when you take this for your journey upon the spiritual path, this doesn't mean that you start this waiting for the next Sunday available. The day you start is the Sunday. Adat kare pagat arambh. So on Sunday, the devotional worship of the Lord begins. Kaya mandar mansa thambh. Within this kaya, this body, which is a temple, the mind is to restrain its desires. Kaya mandar mansa thambh. Enis akhand sur hi jaye, to anhad bain sahaj mein baye. So, day and night, with unbroken attention, the mind is to focus upon that imperishable place known as Sun. And Maharaj says what will happen is, to anhad bain sahaj mein baye, you'll start to hear the celestial flutes play within that sahaj, that tranquil peace. So the mind then attaches itself right away to the Anahad Shabd within Sun. Then Maharaj says, Somvar sas amrit chare, chakhat beg sagal bikhare. That on Monday, the ambrosial nectar starts to come down from the side of the moon. The side of the moon is to the left of our body. The left eye is known as the moon. The right eye is known as the sun. On the right, there's heat, warm air, which we breathe in through this right nostril. That's also known as the sun, and the left is known as the moon. So from the left side, Maharaj says that ambrosial nectar, Amrit Ras, Brahmras, the sustenance for the mind will come down. Somvar sas Amrit Chare, Chakat Beg Sagal Bek Hare. Tasting that ras, all the poisons in the body start to be removed. All poisons are removed from this body when we start to taste that ras. Bani rokya rahe dwar, to manmat waro pivan har. That restraining the mind from speaking in the language of God, keeping the mind in its own home by constantly having it connect with the Shabd inside, the Anahad Shabd inside. Maharaj says, to man matwaro pivan har, that the mind gets intoxicated with this nectar, Amrit Ras, inside. And this intoxication doesn't hurt this physical body. It's not detrimental to this body. In fact, it's healthy for this body, and it makes our mind strong, which is the opposite of what intoxication of other substances do in this world of Maya. And then Maharaj says, Mangalavare le mahit, that on Tuesday, understand the reality. Panch chor ki jane rit. And when you start to understand the reality, which is actually the Lord, that you start to understand the methodology of which the 5 thieves trouble this mind. The methodology that the 5 thieves use to work within Maya. Panch chor ki jane rit. But the mind must be restrained from going outside into the Trigun. Kar chode bahar jin jaye, natar khara rasa harai. Anyone at this point, they're doing their abhyas, they're getting that Amrit Ras inside. If they decide to have their mind go back out into the Trigun again, into Maya again, Maharaj says, natar khara rasa harai. And then the Lord is going to see this, and the Lord's not going to be pleased. The Lord wants you to sit in the home of the inner mansion. So as long as someone keeps doing their abhyas, keeps restraining their mind for the Triguna, then along comes Wednesday. Budhwar Budh kare pragas, Hirday kamal mein har ka baas. On Wednesday, the mind has Vivek Buddh appear within, that sublime intellect that can tell between true and false. That type of intellect which, for an example, Maharaj tells us is the way the supreme swan differentiates or is able to separate milk from water when water and milk are mixed. Similarly, our mind is able to differentiate the truth from all the false that's been created in the world of Maya. That Vivek Buddh, which also comes from Satsangat. Satsangat mil Vivek Buddh hoy. That through Satsangat, true congregation, one gets Vivek Buddh as well. And that same sublime intellect appears within this mind as the mind does the devotional worship of the Lord. Budhwar Budh kare pragas, Hirday kamal mein har ka baas. And in the lotus of the heart, the mind in reality, when it's pure, is known as the heart or hirda. And the lotus is what sits above water, that flower that sits above water and doesn't get drenched in water. Similarly, the mind, when it becomes pure, rises above the Triguna. It's no longer going to be drawn back into the mud of Maya. It's risen above. And within that mind comes to reside the Lord. So the mind is constantly connected with the Lord at this point. Gurmil do ek samtare, urd pankale sudha kare. Maharaj says that through the Guru, that duality that we have, that we see this world through, where we think one is ours, one is someone else's, one is bad, one is good, that duality dissipates. And the mind starts to look at the world with samdrishti. And that samdrishti allows the mind to realize that this is the play of the Lord, and the Lord himself has manifested in many forms. And then Maharaj says, Urd pankala sudha kare, that the inverted lotus is now turned upright. So our mind has risen above Maya and is now upright in the correct direction towards the Lord. And then along comes Thursday. Brispat bikhya de bahai, teen dev ek sang lai. So on Thursday, whatever corruption was left in the mind is to be washed off. And the teen dev ek sang lai, the Trinity of gods or angelic beings or deities, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Brahma is actually Rajogun, Shiv is Tamogun, Vishnu is Satogun, which are the Trigun. Forsaking the Trigun, forsaking this Trinity, the mind attaches to the one Lord. And how does it wash off the corruption? There's a technique here that's mentioned. Teen nadi te trikuti mahe, enes kasmalato venahe. So the mind focuses upon where three rivers meet. In India where three nadis meet, it's known as Trebani. Where two rivers meet, so nadi means river, where three rivers meet, it's known as Trebani. And where two rivers meet, it's known as Parag. Thousands of people go to such locations to bathe, considering those areas of watery bodies as being very pure. Inside our body, where the three channels meet, Ida, Pingala, and Sukhmana, it's considered that these are equivalent to Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati, which are rivers outside. Saraswati happens to have gone underground from like about 5,000 years from what I recall. And Saraswati inside our body is the Sukhmana channel. So outside, what happened was thousands of years ago, there was an earthquake, and that Saraswati Nadi, the river of Saraswati that used to flow outside, ended up somehow going underground due to the earthquake that happened. And this happened at the beginning of Kali Yuga, the Iron Age. or you could say the end of Dwapara Yuga, the brass age. And in Kal Yuga, that Saraswati Nadi is not there. Similarly, Maharaj uses this as the description for the three channels inside. When our mind is in this body, in the womb of the mother, and at that time we're in our mother's stomach, these three channels are fully open, the Sukhmana channel being the centermost channel. And what happens is that Sukhmana, which represents Saraswati, when the baby is born into this world, and that air finally enters through the mouth, and the baby starts to breathe, that Sukhmana channel shrivels up. It's still the centermost point channel of these three, but it shrivels up, and it's something that's difficult for anyone to find unless someone does abhyas. In that channel is the spirit, the Atma, the soul. And where these three channels, Ida, Pingala, and Sukhmana, meet, they're known as one of the 6 chakras that are along the spinal cord, from where our nervous system flows from. So here Maharaj mentions that where these three meet, it's known as Tribani. And Maharaj mentions this as Gang Jaman ke antare, Sahaj sun ke kaat, Tahan kabira matkiya khojat munjan baat. The Bhakt Kabir ji says that between Ganga and Jamuna, there's a Sahaj sun, the kaat, there's the peak of Sahaj sun. And the Rishi Munis, they focus there and they find that path to the Lord. Where the mind bathes, where these three rivers are, or these three channels meet inside the body, is where on the bridge of our nose, between the eyes, the mind, once its eye closes its physical eyes of this body, it moves its surti up and down while doing the Gurmantra Vyas, just internally. And the mind starts to be cleansed, and with this technique, the air that flows through the nostrils comes into balance quite quick. And as Gurmukhs do that abhyas, they start to hear the Anahad Shabd even louder, and then they can just focus in on the Shabds. And here Maharaj mentions doing that technique. Teen nadi te trikuti mahe enis kasmal to venahe. That continuously one should just keep bathing there. And then comes Friday, so they'll start to hear louder Anahad Shabds. Sukrit sahare soe brat chade, andin aap so lade. And then on Friday they say, keep up your fast, your fasting. The fast is blocking the mind from going into the Trigun, taking up thoughts of the world. And this is a fight against your own self. Andan aap so lade. So day and night, the mind's fighting itself from going back into the Trigun. Surkhi pancho rakhe sabah. Then restraining the 5 senses, to duji drisht na paisa kabh. The mind is not to look towards Maya. Thavar thirkar rakhe soe, jot di vatti kat mein joy. And then comes Saturday, Thavar. Maharaj says, Thavar thirkar rakhe soe, that the mind has to keep itself still. Jot di vatti kat mein joy. And then that light of the Lord appears inside. So much so that inside and outside you'll see that light. Bahar pitar pya pargas tab hua sagal karma ka nas. That when you have that light shining within, and you look outside and you see that light as well, then all your karma, all your karma, all that bad karma will be erased. You will not have to give account for it ever again. Jab lag kat mein duji aan, tolo mahal na labhe jaan. Know this, that as long as you place your hope in Maya, tolo mahal na labhe jaan. As long as you place your hope in Maya, you're not going to be able to find the path to the Lord's mansion. You won't be able to enter it. Ramat Ram se lago rang, keh kabir tab nirmal ang. When one embraces the love for the Lord, that's when the mind and body become pure. The mind has its own body as well, which is subtle, and then this physical body. If the mind is pure, the mind's body is pure, and then this physical body is accepted and is considered pure, is known as pure as well. So Maharaj here teaches us that within 7 days one can meet the Lord. And this is all upon the mind. How much abhyas does the mind do? How much effort does it put in? There is a Shabad by Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj where they're talking to a Pandit, a religious scholar, who teaches others about the Titiya and how they should do fasting in Maya and whatnot. And Maharaj condenses everything into about 3 days. And Maharaj says, just as the Pandit would say on Naumi, the 9th day of the lunar cycle, do this, this and this, do this type of part, or do this type of fasting, or bring me these type of gifts for your different rituals and whatnot. Guru Sahib starts right from Naumi, the 9th day of the lunar cycle, and they condense everything into like 4 days. Maharaj says, Naumi names Sach Je Kare, that on the 9th day, make a vow to speak the truth. The truth is the Lord. So either do Brahmdi Vichar or say the name of the Lord. Kam Krodh Trishna Uchre, that lust and anger and desire are eaten up. Dasmi Dase Dwar Je Thake, on the 10th day, just control the 10 doors of the body. So don't let your surati, your mind, go out through them. Ekadasi ek kar jane. And then what will happen is, on the 11th day, you'll know that the Lord is one. Dwadasi panchavasgat kar rakhe. On the 12th day, the 5 thieves will be subdued. Dwadasi panchavasgat kar rakhe to nanak man mane. And in this way, the mind is pleased, is appeased, and it'll know the Lord. And then Maharaj says, Aisa vart rahi jai pade, Aisa vart rahi jai pade, hor bahut sikh kya dije. Observe such a fast, O Pandit, religious scholar. Other teachings that you give are of what use? Aisa vart rahi jai pade, hor bahut sikh kya dije.
So Maharaj, in talking to that Pandit, is telling us that this is about our mind and how to control the mind. Everything we do in the physical realm is for this physical body. Just as the Pandit would say, you need to fast and stuff. Like here, fasting for medical reasons is different, but fasting for religious reasons is something that Maharaj has taught us not to do. That starving the body does not make us go closer to God or make our fortune any better. ऐसा वर्त रही जय पाडे होर बहुत सिख क्या दीजै. That this is the type of fast that the mind must do. The mind must restrain itself, and then it gets to be liberated. So that is in short the topic for today. There was one point to make about how Maharaj says, Jab lag kat mein duji aan, tolo mahal na labe jaan. That as long as one has desires and hopes in Maya, that it's going to have a difficult time, the mind will, to find that place of the Lord inside. The mind of ours finds it very difficult to sit still because it's been intoxicated with Maya so long. And it constantly goes outside. This reminds me of one Sakhi from the Brass Age, Dwapara Yuga as well, where the Panch Pandavas, they gambled away, their kingdom and everything in hopes to earn more, or playing a game which was actually against their own cousins, who were very evil, the Kauravas, the leader of which was Duryodhana. And they were the sons of the king Dhritarashtra. And the Panch Pandavas had their own kingdom, Indraprastha. And what happened was they were invited to a game because the Kauravas actually wanted to trick the Pandavas into taking over the kingdom of Indraprastha as well, and bringing it back together with their Hastinapura, which was their own kingdom. And you can say gullibly or politely, they accepted the gambling match, and it was set up in a way that the Pandavas were going to lose no matter what. And they gambled away their kingdom. They gambled away their weapons. They gambled away their own lives. And then when they had nothing left, their cousins said that, you have nothing left. Do you have anything left to gamble? And they said, we don't have anything. And those Kauravas were so corrupt, so evil, that they said, wait, you still have your wife. The Panch Pandavas were married to Draupadi. The wife of the Panch Pandavas, the 5 Pandavas, they were brothers. Their wife's name was Draupadi. She was married to all 5. So what happened is that they said, you can gamble her away. And this is where one learns that if you follow the teachings of a true guru, you know what's right and wrong. And here all their mata, their intellect, escaped them because they had lost everything. And they still decided, even though they didn't really have that right to do so, to gamble away Draupadi. And what happened was that some people say, the Kauravas forced them to and whatnot because they were now servants and they had to accept. Even if they were servants, they did not have to
do that by gambling away Draupadi. And they ended up losing Draupadi as well. Duryodhana's brother dragged Draupadi by the hair into the court of Dhritarashtra in front of everyone. And what happened was that to dishonor Draupadi, who used to do lots of meditation, the Shashan was ordered by Duryodhana to disrobe Draupadi. And Draupadi first looked around at everyone. She looked at the king. The king was blind, but he was also blind inside because he could never tell his kids what's right and wrong. She looked over at Bhisham Padama, and she looked over at Bidar, and Bidar's known as a Bhakt from that age as well. And then she looked over at her husbands, that someone out of these people will help me. And no one got up to help. No one said anything. They just kept their heads down as to what's happening, and they were so disgusted as well. Those that did speak, Dhritarashtra didn't listen to them. Dhritarashtra was too much into more attachment to his sons. And finally, Draupadi, she took up meditation. She started focusing in on the Lord. And the Shashan started trying to disrobe her. And what happened is that Vaheguruji kept blessing her with more cloth. And eventually the Shashan fainted, and there's a huge pile of cloth, but Draupadi's honor was always intact. She was always covered. And Guru Sahib mentions this many times in Gurbani. And one mention is from Patandeswaye, and they say, Fun Draupadi Laj Rakhi Har Prabji, Cheenat Bastar Deen Bahusaj, that the dear Lord God saved the honor of Draupadi. When her clothes were being taken, she was being disrobed, she was blessed with even more cloth. And that's how Draupadi was saved in that court of Dhritarashtra. And they say that she asked Krishna Bhagwan, who was an avatar at that time, that why did it take so long for me to get help from the Lord? And Krishna Bhagwan answered, saying that you first had hope in everyone else, that the king would do something, that the elder, Bhisham, he would do something, that Bidar would do something. And then you also had hope in your husbands, that they would do something. And then finally, you approach the Lord with your mind. Similarly here, Maharaj says, Jablag katme duji an, tolo mel nala bejan, that as long as we have hope and desires in Maya, it's going to be a difficult time for us to try to go inside to find the mansion of the Lord. If we look at ourselves carefully, when is the last time our mind truly felt content with what it has? When our mind is within this world, it looks for things that it needs. Like say someone needs a new car or a TV or whatnot. They work so hard to try to research what they should get, and they get that. And then when finally they sit down, they have everything they need, one would say. They're not used to being content, so they start looking for other things to search for. Do I need this? Maybe I need this. Maybe I need the next piece of technology that comes out. And they keep looking. And the mind, because of that trishna, that desire for Maya, it doesn't venture inside. And that desire is inside this mind. And that's why Maharaj tells us right off the bat, Ke kaya mandir mansa thambh, restrain the desires of the mind within this temple of the body. We should really look at ourselves and analyze our own mind as to when we have everything that we need, why do we keep looking outside for something else? Everything we need is inside us. The Lord is very near, but we keep trying to look beyond the Lord and keep trying to see what we can find within Maya. So aj iniya hi bentiyan san. There is one question that was on WhatsApp, and I'll attend that right now. It was Mara Kripa Vaigruji, I have a question. Could you tell us about when we do 3 hours, one Pahar Simran loud and fast, how Vaigruji has to come down to help us in detail, please? What is the best way, and what does Gurabani say about this? So basically, Maharaj says, Pahar samad snaho gyan hai asan chadeo taram tanuk kar gayo pagt sile sar ladeo. Pah nirpao har atal man sabd gur neja gadeo. That when one focuses on the Lord for 3 hours, which is one Pahar, and they continuously focus on the Lord comes inside with the spear of the Shabd, by which the 5 demons scatter away. They run away. So when the Lord comes to help us inside, when we focus in on the Lord for 3 hours straight, the mind gets to hear the Shabd inside, the Anahad Shabd, the celestial sound, the Sajtun. And to do this, all you have to do is focus on the Gramantar with utmost attention. That doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be loud and fast. The point of doing Simran sometimes louder and faster than usual is if you really can't get your mind to stop thinking. But if you find peace by doing Vai, Guru, Vai, Guru, you don't have to then do it loud and fast. Remember that the Lord can always hear us. The point of doing Simran is to make sure that our mind is listening to the Guru Mantra, so it can actually come into peace, become thoughtless. So there's another question. Vaiguru ka khalsa, Vaiguru ji ka fateh. Vaiguru ji, I have a question that is physical or mental problem that one male gets attracted to another male and vice versa, or it's past life sin. Okay, so this attraction that comes from one to another, that's physical, and it's physical attraction, so it's a part of Maya, and this is where lust comes in. Lust doesn't differentiate between Jat or species either. Jat would mean, okay, so some people are going to say, oh, you're talking about caste. No, not caste necessarily, but whether one's male or female. So lust is lust. True love is something else. True love is something that goes beyond Maya. Lust is often confused as being love, but it's not. So Maharaj teaches us to rise above Kam, which is these lustful attractions of the world. And instead, Maharaj teaches us what true love is, and that's achieved through the Lord, which is spiritual love, which is beyond Maya. In the physical realm, Maharaj has made 2 forms, Nari Purakh Sirjiya Bekhamaya Mo Pyaro, that they've made a Nari, woman, and Purakh means man, and they have that love for each other, so that they do their Simran together, they do Abhyas together, and their love reaches all the way to the home of the Lord, and they become soulmates. And in this world, their relationship is a married relationship through which their next sanjogi are their children. So Maharaj has taught us to rise above lustful attractions of this world, because this lustful attraction, kam, can even be for inanimate objects. Such is the way of Kal Yuga. But in this world of Kal will confuse the mind into thinking it's in love, because the mind doesn't know what true love actually is. So, yes, that's a physical problem, but it's a physical attraction, I should say, but it is a problem of the mind not realizing what true love is. So hopefully that helps explain that in detail as to how you want it. So ਅੱਜ ਇੰਨੀਆਂ ਹੀ ਬੇਨਤੀਆਂ ਸਨ। ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਬੋਲਦਿਆਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਅੱਖਰ ਵਾਦਾ ਘਟਾ ਭੁੱਲ ਚੁੱਕ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਅਣਜਾਣ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ ਮਾਫ ਕਰਨਾ ਜੀ। So in speaking, if I made any mistakes, please do forgive me. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।